All right, welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 377. The appetizer, you can say, before Thanksgiving. That little snack with the little veggies and dip, maybe a little bit of, maybe, I'm not a deviled eggs person, but maybe a deviled egg type thing before the main meal.
Absolutely.
Crossroads Sports 377. JB, how are you? How's your week?
Oh man, just going as pleasantly as can be, man. Hopefully we ain't got no lag. You know what I'm saying? Had a little
No, you're
conversation.
clean.
Sweet. Heard a little conversation with AT&T. So we got some things kind of straightened out, man.
Um, has the pie making began yet?
Oh, pie making started last week. So yeah, I'm gonna challenge myself. Next 48 hours, we're gonna make an apple pie this year. So, but
Okay.
I've already made.
What's your favorite to make?
Ooh, man. Of any dessert,
Ye
probably rum cake.
what's your favorite pie?
My favorite pie is sweet potato to make because
Mm, I've
my
never had
mom.
it. I'm a sweet
My,
potato guy, but I haven't had the pie.
nah, yeah, my mother. She taught me. You know what I'm saying, from the recipe and all that. So,
I'm a
but
big
like
pumpkin pie.
pumpkin pie. I mean, it's the same. So some of the same consistency, but like sweet potatoes is a
Rhubarb cream pie, it's
better.
those are good
A little
ones.
bit
So, for sure, man, for sure. We're doing I'm in charge of the turkey this year. So, we're deep frying
better.
it.
Okay. Or just
First time
do it
and
outside. Make sure you don't put a whole
outside
lot of oil.
outside at my brother-in-law's because we're doing one for there. So, this is for the second Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving
Don't,
night.
drop, don't just drop it in there, man.
I put the bird was in the freezer. I took it out on Saturday, so it's been since Saturday thawing out in the fridge. I,
Okay.
Chat GPT says I'm on pace, but I had to flip it over today because one good side is not thawed out, but the bottom side's not. So I had to flip it. I just
Did
hope
you
we're ready by Thursday
did,
morning.
did you put some salt on it?
No, it's still in the wrap.
Oh, you just go ahead, take it up out of there, put some salt on it. And you know what I'm saying? That'll season it, right? And then that also the salt, you know what I'm saying, take some of that ice off.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I was looking up a lot of things for it.
Everybody got an opinion on turkey
I
decal.
know everybody does. Don't set it out. Set it out more than 30 minutes. You can get bacteria. So I'm not messing with that. But
True, yeah.
2 years ago, I had COVID on Thanksgiving. And I was just reminded of that
Yeah,
yesterday. So
no fun.
there's that. No fun there. Yeah, we got college basketball, man. Feast week has started. I've been watching. I'm on vacation, so I watch nonstop basketball a lot while
Man,
visiting some people.
right before we even came on, man, I was watching a little bit of Houston and Syracuse from last night, and my eyes always, well, at least this season, because he came back to school with Florida Bedunga in Kansas, to kind of see where he's going to
He
kind
looks
of.
good.
He looks good. I don't
He
necessarily,
looked good today too for
yeah, I
Kansas.
don't necessarily believe him to like the NBA people want him to be a stretch. They want
Mm,
everybody to be a stretch that, but before we can kind of get into the weeds of all that, man, like I like what I kind of seen out of Flory. They taken some losses or whatever, but like man, hell, who shit they ain't played no cupcakes, so you know what I'm saying. Just
right.
nothing but
Lost to Carolina
yeah.
and Duke.
The other little homie, hey Brandon, some of these kids are high level basketball players, elite. You can see it in the short sample size, whether it's Arenas or even I don't know Jacob's first name, Killian Anthony, Carmelo Anthony's son. But like, man,
Okay.
listen, the lottery picks. I don't think so. Not those two. Could they be potentially first rounders? Yeah, second rounders for sure. You got to remember, man. Last year's Big East Player of the Year, R.J. Davis, is on somebody's, you know what I'm saying, G League team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just kind of look at. I mean, I like what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's AJ Dabasa out of BYU, BYU swear to God, they
Future
won't swear.
Pacer.
They probably the way the Pacers is going probably, but like man, they swear they do West Coast man. But like nah, he's a different making kind of basketball player, and he collegially, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, potentially, you know what I'm saying, next season when he like when all the lottery balls kind of fall or whatever. But like no, there's some other players, you know what I'm saying, that kind of caught my eye as we've been kind of watching as the season kind of development. I don't know where you want to start. Do you want to start fully on college basketball, or do you want to, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to temper? You want to talk about some of this NFL talk because the coach instead did not.
The finish of this Maui, Seton Hall, and USC tied up 78 apiece, 30
Well,
seconds.
you see Lou Arenas right now. You see what he got. I don't know what his stat. My computer, I don't have my stat line right now.
Shout out to Big Ten. Give some respect to him. USC.
Are those California schools really Big Ten schools, Brandon? Are they really big?
John,
they accepted them. Hey, man.
What about Oregon? Are you gonna throw them in there in Washington?
I said
you said Cali schools.
I said the California schools.
But you don't trust Oregon or Washington to be a Big Ten school.
I mean, they just don't.
This is another conversation another day, but my goodness.
No, it's a conversation for today. We're just not right.
That's some accusations that are going against the Cali schools, which John wouldn't be rolling over in his grave. All right. So NFL, let's go to the big one. Chiefs 23-20 victory in overtime over the Indianapolis Colts. Colts had that game. Seemed like Steichen just kind of went away from their game plan that was working for some weird reason and could not get a first down. Daniel Jones looked like an old Daniel Jones there in the second half towards overtime. Couldn't get a first down. And Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs do what the 3-time Super Bowl champions do, and that's march down the field, find ways to win the ball game.
Yeah, you just knew you wasn't going to be feeling good or any type of way that the Chiefs were going to lose 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they got their next game is Dallas. So, you know what I'm saying? And I know Dallas got, you know, so shout out to the Cowboys, man. They eked out a victory, man, with against the Jekyll and we got to say the Eagles are Jekyll and Hyde now, man. I'm sorry. The Philadelphia Eagles are Jekyll and Hyde. That's what you got to say about them, man. But as far as this game is concerned, man, we should definitely leave a bad taste in the Colts fandom and players, you know what I'm saying, everybody mouth, man, because you're right, absolutely right, Brandon. Like, you can't leave points if you're going to be taking a serious contender. Not this team can win a whole bunch of games, and you know, 6 more games left. I do believe. I think the Colts, the best they can go. They wish they could go 6-0. I'm sorry, but I think the best they can go is legitimately leave 4-2, and that would put them in what, 12 games. And they should at 4-2. They should win. I don't know, depending upon who they be. They should, you know, they got Tennessee one more time. I do believe. No, Tennessee no more. They got Jacksonville and Texas twice. You know what I'm saying? Texas brutalizing defense. You have to. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Be causes of that. But like, no, man, you should feel. You know what I'm saying? Sour taste in your mouth because you didn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs in a game that, again, Chiefs are limping around in the regular season, and they, you know what I'm saying, open opportunity. You talk about Daniel Jones' poor play. We can talk about, like, did they forget Jonathan Taylor was out there? I don't know. Sometimes they, you know what I'm saying, and it might be in what you know what I'm saying, the Chiefs kind of schemed up what they're taking, but like, okay, just gonna keep on giving it to them, I guess. You know what I'm saying. Big excuse they can say is, man, we still don't have all our bullets. We don't have all our, you know what I'm saying, everybody. But then that should also tell you, then Daniel Jones isn't fully Captain America, put on a super cape. I can go out here and win us a football game, and I'll do a Patrick Mahomes in a close one. He's not that guy. They have to have everything perfect for them to, you know what I'm saying, to try to even think about a Super Bowl narrative. So, best thing the coach can do is, like I said, get healthy. That's the one thing. Get healthy. Get some of their players back. And the second best thing is, like, navigate, you know what I'm saying, definitely take, you know what I'm saying, the division games you have to take and try to sweep the division, right? Sweep if that's possible. But those are 2 best things that I could say that the coach needs to make happen. Get healthy, and like I said, sweep the division games that you still have left.
Jonathan Taylor, 58 yards rushing. Daniel Jones, 19 of 31, 181 yards passing. Taylor only 16 carries in a big game like that. The run game should be huge for you, and he didn't take advantage of that. Kareem Hunt on the other side, 30 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. Mahomes threw for 352, and then Rashid Rice, 8 catches on 12 targets, 141 yards receiving. Just torched that Colts secondary that went out and got a Sauce Gardner to that was supposed to be the anti-Patrick Mahomes type offense that they were supposed to stop.
Yeah, I thought he caught a little penalty there on face mask, man. So you got to be a little bit more disciplined, Sauce, if you're coming in. You know, maybe that wasn't him. That might have been somebody else. But like, nah. Brandon, like I said, sour taste in the mouth, man. And again, somewhat of in the back of, you know what I'm saying, backlog of, you know what I'm saying, Daniel Jones is nursing somewhat of a calf issues. Coasting the W. You can't be taking, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you can't be taking it serious. I'll switch over to somebody else, man. You take Buffalo. Turn the page, Brandon. See, look at this. Turn the page on him. Turn the page. It's over. Brandon, you see that? Turn the page on the Buffalo Bills. Turn the page on the Buffalo Bills. It's over.
Hey, for some reason, my video is the one that's kind of freezing, I'm being told, but it's my side this time. But my audio is clear, so I don't know what the issue is. Right. I could leave and go back in, but I don't think that'll end the stream. I don't. No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Can we try it?
Hey, man, absolutely. Let's go for it. See what happens.
Okay. Well, that means you're going to have to talk as I do it. So
you want me to get the puppet out? While Brandon tries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead and do that real quick. Why'd you go in and out?
You are now. Oh man, it is. He was right. You're now tuned into the Jonathan Birdsong. So a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Me and Brandon Reef are on a pause. He's trying to figure out some technical things while we wait. I don't know what everybody's doing this evening or how everybody's spending their Thanksgiving. I'm hooking up with the family for sure Thursday. Kelly's cooking. My sister's cooking. I got some pies already. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping.
I'm back. The Jonathan Birdsong experience is over.
No, it's over.
Well, it works right. I don't know. I went back out and in. Hopefully it does. I went from off the wireless to the wired. Maybe it's because it's by the way, the weather's gonna get nuts. That sounds only gonna be 30 degrees tomorrow.
I'm not happy about it.
No, what I'm happy with. I'm glad you said that. My Pittsburgh Steelers lose 31-28 to the Chicago Bears. We would have won that game if Aaron Rodgers was quarterback. I'm going to say it now. We would have won that game easily. Mason Rudolph is not the answer. I've said it. Mason, I even put in a tweet the other day. I'd rather have Jameis Winston as my quarterback than Mason Rudolph.
He plays some inspiring football, don't he?
I love that play by him. And I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get a strike against us.
If you 3 seconds in the NFL, man, they'll shut your whole stream down, man.
Oh, man, they shut it off quick. Less than 10 seconds before I could get a text message out to them. But no, it was frustrating. The defense, they made Caleb Williams kind of look like a superstar. Threw for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rudolph was efficient, 24-31, 171 yards. But I think of the 24 completions, I think 18 of them were less than 10 yards. Mm-hmm. And that's not going to cut it. And I don't know if they're just trying to be safe or whatnot. His first pass was an interception, a hell of a catch. But Rudolph is not the answer. If Rodgers retires at the end of the year, you cannot go into next season as Mason Rudolph as your starter. I'm sorry, you can't.
They probably won't be, Brandon. And
people are calling for Tomlin's head because they didn't kick the field goal at the end to try to tie it.
Mayhap this is the year that you kind of fall the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, it's okay, man. This is the year. I said it about the Pacers, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you lose and you know you have a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, guys, you know what I'm saying, just because you know AJ Batan's, but I know the objective name, or whoever else is kind of coming to kind of join up with what you have to offer, man. I would say the same thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, it's kind of the top. It's kind of just like the flat out, man. I'm not saying tank. They're not, they're not terrible, but it's time to flat out. Do they need to get younger at every position? Don't you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Need to get younger at position. When's the last time we haven't talked? We haven't talked in a while about the Pittsburgh Steelers having a dominant running game or running back. And I know the homie got
Kenneth
hurt.
Gainwell had a great game.
Well, I'm talking about a great game. I'm talking about for who's the Pittsburgh.
Well, Jalen Warren's done pretty well. I think
you would say
that. And I think over the last 2 years, I think Najee Harris did pretty well when he was back there in the back.
Well, he was just often injured. And but like, nah, man, it's time to put some new paying quarterback, and that'd probably be a good recipe for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I jokingly say, Arch not coming out for another 2 years or so, but
I'd love to have Chambliss.
I don't know how old is the kid from Marcel from Texas A&M. I don't know what year he is. And
he should be. I think he's eligible. Yeah, Trinidad. Give me Trinidad Chambliss. Good head on his shoulder. Mikey T would have him.
Pittsburgh is going to draft Sellers from South Carolina.
Oh my God. But anything's better than Mason Rudolph. I actually want. I cashed out my bet as soon as I had to bet for the Steelers money line to beat the Bears, and then when Rodgers declared out, I canceled it. I avoided it because there's no trust in Mason Rudolph.
I don't know if they'll tap into it, but there'll be quarterback veteran talent out there that'll get cut. Bait.
Reed is a sophomore, redshirt sophomore.
Ooh, well, again, man, you got 2 more years. Like, look at some of these guys, but there's some other guys that's coming out this year. We know that can play right away, man. People got to stop overlooking the guys like Bo Nix, who Brandon kind of called for.
I wanted him.
You know what I'm saying? People got to kind of start overlooking the guys like Bo Nix and see that a 4-year guy, or even a guy that doesn't hit all the metrics that the NFL says that you got to hit. Man, Denver's leading that division, man. And I get it, nobody believes in them, man. But like, shoot,
9-2.
The coastal swap, they record right now. Hey, man, I was in the car today, Brandon. Oh my God, the Star Wars Imperial March came on. I automatically started thinking about Drake May and the New England Patriots. Man, there's a problem. We got problems. People, we got problems. People. You're not listening. I get it, man. There's a lot of noise, and there's a lot of more important noise going on with, if you turn on the C-SPAN and all that, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of college football.
Is it real noise or is it fake noise?
But like, oh my goodness, man, New England, that's a problem, man. That's I don't think people. It's a problem.
Are they a good 10-2, or are they a product of a softer schedule, 10-2?
The meltdown. All right,
let me go through the teams they've beaten.
Go through the teams they've beaten.
Bengals, Jets, Bucks. We're on a slide a little bit. Falcons, Browns, Titans, Saints. That's 7 teams. That's 7 games right there. That's just against horseshit teams. Carolina, the Dolphins, and the Raiders.
You got to chew up. You got to chew what
That's
you got to
horseshit temes, man. I mean, I understand you play what's in front of you. You play your product, but
Miami stole. Some of these teams stole wins from other power teams, man. So I'm not going to.
They're only going to lose 2 games or 3 games this year. They're going to lose 3 games this year. That's it, because they play the Giants this week, and then they have a bye week, the last bye week, and then they play Buffalo at home, at the Ravens, at the Jets, against the Dolphins. The Bills are sliding themselves.
We said this in the last episode. I guess the 2 tests will be when they play Baltimore, because the home will be back by then, and he'll probably be back. And I know he's in and out. He'll probably be back. They got to figure that out, man. I don't want him. I don't want him. They shouldn't want him 75%, right? But you know what I'm saying, they got it. You know what I'm saying, they're kind of behind the 8 ball. So, but he'll be back by then for sure.
So, the power index, strength of schedule. You can rank the strength of schedule right now. The New England Patriots have the 32nd ranked strength of schedule. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. So are they a product of that? Or is their 10-2 a product of that? Or is it just they're a really good team? I don't even think we've got the answer yet. I think they've shown strides time to time.
I gotta see the point differential. I don't have it in front of me right now. The point differential in the teams that they lost to. But I think they're good. You know what I'm saying? Under the radar.
They lost by 7 to the Raiders at home on opening day.
That's a little embarrassing.
And they lost by 7 at home to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So both their losses were at home.
Yeah. And like I said, but like not big wide margins. So I'm telling you, the Evil Empire, you better pay attention, man. Well coached team with a quarterback that's playing, you gotta be careful. You have to understand. You do not want to
Can I tell you a team I'm nervous about?
At all. You don't want to get the momentum at all. What's the homie talking about? Scott K. Nichols.
He said, I'll tell you what, fellas. Colts better be careful Sunday. Houston's defense is for real with the starting quarterback returning. Yeah. I mean, they don't scare me as much as Jacksonville right now. I mean, Jacksonville's hanging in there with Indianapolis, but overall, 100%. That defense just destroyed Josh Allen on Thursday night. Just cooked him.
And the offensive line has been a little challenged I won't say last week, but like the last 3 weeks, they've been a little challenged. So not giving up no sacks, definitely. And again, the calf, you don't want your quarterback getting injured, man. So it's a must win. It's a must win against Texas.
Can I tell you a team I'm nervous about?
Who else? Seattle. No way.
I'm really nervous about the Detroit Lions. They have not looked good over the last 2 weeks.
They like to play with the food, man. Dan, and I always say, man,
I'm nervous. You can't do that shit in the playoffs.
No,
and he's going to do it. He's done it how many years before?
Man, when
he doesn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, when they start looking at that playbook and that podium more than they're looking at the audience.
They do. Scott, you should be nervous because you're working your team is working yourselves right back to where you guys were at in the playoffs, and you're going to be going for 6 fourth downs and not get a single one of them. And you're going to play with these teams. You luckily beat the Giants in overtime. But I mean, your schedule the rest of the way, you've got Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, and Bears.
And the NFC North has gotten wildly competitive now because the Bears somehow got some of their act together. The defense still kind of gives up too many points, but when you win, you win, and I think their defense is just kind of being real situationally hungry. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of the other. And the quarterback is, when he doesn't turn over the ball, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they be gone beyond that. So we got to tip your hat to what the Bear. I'm not gonna say I was sorry or wrong, but everything like that, man. But because they were trending the preseason and definitely started to see they were kind of trending in the wrong direction, man. But sounds like they got some of their issues kind of crossed up.
Can I ask you who is your team you trust right now in the NFC? I'll give you mine.
The real good answer would just be the Rams, just because there's some history there.
Both sides of the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Stafford, actually gave up a little bit of information that he was feeling good. McVay's not talking about retiring or anything like that. I was kind of thought when the homie was going through some of his retirement, he made too much of the on him.
Aaron
you know
Donald?
What I'm saying? Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, I was kind of thought, I was like, dude, man, all right, just retire. I mean, I said the same thing about Brett Favre. Like, dude, every year he'd be like, oh man, I don't know if I'm coming back. I was like, man, just stop taking the Viking and you know what I'm saying, come on in, Brett. But like, nah, man. I thought Aaron Donald same way, but like now they don't really have any of those distractions anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I would trust in the NFC.
Because my pick was the Rams as well. On both sides of the ball, less distractions. John, I can't. Can the Eagles ever figure it out? Like, aren't they like the craziest 8-3 team in the NFL because they're winning great games and stuff, but then they're they're up 21-0 against the Cowboys, win the halftime. It's like they packed up the shit to go home, and Dallas came back 24 straight.
It's almost like they're like the Dallas Mavericks of the 90s where Jamal Mashburn and Jimmy Jackson,
right?
Jason Kidd, they really didn't like one another. I don't think running back in the top. We know the wideout don't like the quarterback. We know that. That is for a. He don't hide it. He don't run from it. He said he ain't happy. I don't know how you ain't gonna be happy, man. Like all y'all do is win, but he gets touched and in the Super Bowl, and he's not happy. And quarterback is always, very, gentleman-like in his responses and his I don't know, man. Maybe feel like he's getting sharked behind, maybe we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And the last game, we were talking about player underusage with our running back Jonathan Taylor. They had total player underusage with Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. That's a game. Can't let Dallas beat you. Come on, man. Stop it.
No,
that's horrible.
No, you can't.
See, Michael almost lost his wig.
Well, speaking of that, the Hurricanes are coming at number 12 in the latest college football playoff poll right now. Right. Number 12. So that'll keep them out right now because the group of 5 best team has to be that number 12. BYU in right now to number 11 as they are getting ready to announce.
5 person is North Texas.
Alabama comes in at number 10 again. So I told Decott, I told him, you're not going to get chaos, man. He is a week early on that chaos. Because this past weekend was boring football. We talked about Sunday night. Notre Dame's coming in at number 9. So Notre Dame at 9, Miami at 12, Bama at 10. BYU is coming in at 11 right now. And we'll get into college football soon, because I have a few takes on that. But real quick, NFL Thursday football, love it. Football on all day. Thanksgiving Day. Packers at the Lions. Lions right now 2.5-point favorites. Chiefs at the Cowboys. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites on the road. And Bengals at the Ravens. Ravens -7 at home against the Bengals.
You think, hey man, if they was quote unquote able to stop contain Jonathan Taylor, the Dallas Cowboys don't have anything halfway. You know what I'm saying? So it should be. I would take, if I was a betting person and I'm not, I would take that. I would take the Chiefs for Thursday night.
100%. Yeah, I've got them to win. Shedeur Sanders, you want to talk about his performance? He finally started a game.
Hey man, I want to talk. No, because I didn't really watch a whole delve into a whole lot of tape of it. Okay. He's playing the Raiders. Dude, if you can't, man, you can't.
They fired Chip Kelly.
Shocker. Maybe he'll go to LSU. Maybe they'll get another Kelly. They ain't got to change the jersey.
Ole Miss dropped.
They
are now number 7.
What?
Because they didn't play.
Politics, man.
So, but they have dropped down to number 7. That means number 6 has got to be no.
They're 5.
Oregon went up to number 6.
Put some respect on. They beat USC.
Oregon is 6, and then number 5 is going to be
Georgia.
No, Georgia will be 4. Georgia will be 4. Yeah, they'll be 4. Still waiting for them to flip it over, but Bama 10, Notre Dame 9, Oklahoma 8, Ole Miss dropped to number 7. And Oklahoma. I've got a lot to talk about with Ole Miss when it gets time. Oregon up to number 6. Here we go. Number 5 is going to be Texas Tech. They stayed at number 5. And then your top 4 is going to be Georgia at number 4, Texas A&M at 3, Indiana at 2, and Ohio State at number 1.
Okay. I love it. The group of 5.
And you got to tell people we were doing a show.
I don't have time right now.
These people know you're doing a show.
Office hours is from, 9 to 5. It's after 5.
All right. Exactly. Yeah. So Decott, there you go, buddy. Do you see all that? There's no arrows up and down. Very little. Tulane right now is the group of 5 in. So right now it'd be Tulane and Texas Tech with the winner playing Georgia. Notre Dame and Oklahoma with the winner playing Ohio State. Miami and Oregon. The winner plays A&M. And then Bama and Ole Miss. The winner would come to play against Indiana between Bama and Ole Miss.
Tell me right now, Notre Dame would have to play Oklahoma.
I love Bama Ole Miss.
They might
winner plays Sig.
They might put 45 on Oklahoma. 45.
What about Signetti getting Bama or Ole Miss?
He might make a Hey, man, he might make an example out of both of those, man. I'm just being honest with you, man. He might
Hey,
make an example. Alabama and or Ole Miss. Sorry, Decot.
so let's talk
Lane Train.
let's talk Lane Train and Ole Miss. So it came out, said, hey, there's going to be conversation made. We're focusing on the Egg Bowl for Friday against Mississippi State, and then we'll have a conversation on Saturday. Lane got a little testy yesterday in the press conference because he had 15 questions asked about it. I will give you my official, because somebody says, you didn't really give me your official take on it. Well, Lane Train, I believe Lane Train is leaving Ole Miss because the availability of what you can go to, a possible LSU, a possible Florida, the fact that there's no, that they haven't already killed this to bed. When we talked about this Sunday night, when you haven't killed this to go to bed already, and you're going to just let it stew for how many days, and then it's going to stew with the players and on the miss of your best season. And if you were not leaving and going somewhere, you have said, hey, I'm not going anywhere. Let's end this distraction. Let's focus on Egg Bowl and the college football playoff. But you're letting this stew, you're letting this build up. I'm seeing message boards that say confirmed a house has been bought on Monday, $2.4 million in LSU, and people are starting to send the address and showing Mama Kiffin outside the house in a rental car. I think he's leaving, my man. I do, and I think it's LSU because we talked about this previously. I said, if he's going to leave, LSU's the spot to go because you control the whole state. Now, I know you don't trust the governor, and that's fine. I don't either. Resources wise, in Florida, you're fighting with Florida State, you're fighting with Miami, and hell, you're actually even from up there, you're fighting with Georgia too, right? With getting players.
Yeah.
Louisiana, you are the necessity there. You are getting all the resources. You are getting all the boosters. And I know they can't even pay Brian Kelly, let alone how they're going to pay Lane Kiffin.
That's the other, you know what I'm saying, the money drop there, man. So that's the reason why I don't think Brian Kelly's not budging off that money. And even if it was some type of settlement, man, Brian Kelly and his agent will get in big time trouble to even settle for less than $56 million. And that is what his buyout is. So
I think Lane goes LSU, but for personal reasons, I would love for him to go to Florida.
He had some success at the college level as a coach, you know what I'm saying, in Florida. I don't know. And then, it ain't like the players that he has already in Oxford can't come with him. You know what I'm saying? It's, there's no the transparency and all that, and he had to sit out or whatever. So wherever he goes, or should he stay? I think he stays just because he's
John, if he's staying, why aren't you killing it early in the week?
He wants to prove the media wrong, man. He got a thing. He even got a thing against Feinbaum. And Feinbaum.
Somebody tried telling me, well, maybe he hasn't decided yet. Bullshit. Lane Train's decided what he wants to do already.
I don't think people understand that, man. What kind of offers that besides collegiate offers that there's been probably pro teams approach him as well. So you have to just kind of figure like what you want to do. Because you know what I'm saying, at certain times, man, this might not be. So like let's say Ole Miss offer was only, you know what I'm saying, to go up an incremental 12% or whatever. Now, and we're talking millions of dollars here now. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, but an incremental 12% where it looked like we should have went to LSU for $90 million. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
Nobody has $90 million in front of them every year. So, you know what I'm saying? Smart money was for the $90 million, regardless if in Louisiana or Florida.
So Lane Train and them, and I see what the committee is doing as well, because they've dropped them to number 7. Okay. After this week, and Lane Train comes out on Saturday and says, hey, I've accepted a job. I'm going to be the new LSU coach. I'm leaving Ole Miss.
Then they won't let him coach that. Crazy.
Say they beat Mississippi State. Where as a committee do you put Ole Miss at? Because I think you got them at 7 now. I think that would drop them 2 spots, because then that would put them on the road and not a home game for the first round of the playoff.
long as he's suggesting that they're going to be out of the playoff period.
Not if they no. I
Okay.
don't think the committee would do that, would they?
Nah, that wouldn't. That would be ugly. You
know who
just
their
say,
associate head coach is, right? You know who he is.
who's the associate head coach?
It's a former Mississippi State player, former New York Giants head coach, Joe Judge.
Oh wow. Well, Joe Judge might be
Joe Judge might be coaching a playoff game.
a playoff game.
Yeah. So, but that would send them on the road if they fell to a 9 seed. If the committee said, how far would the committee? How far would you drop them from a 7 now? If they beat Mississippi State, how far would you drop them if Lane announces on Saturdays out?
I want to back this up. How much does Lane Train believe in this current team? Does he think they can win today? Can you at least get to the national championship? Navigate. Can they at least get to the national championship? Think about the game they played
Depends their path
versus Georgia. Could they take the same energy that they played versus Georgia and I get it as a loss? Like, ultimately, somebody gonna have to knock off. You're gonna have to knock off Ohio State, Lane Train. That's what you ultimately up against a big. I feel comfortable with them against Alabama. I feel comfortable. In a half against Notre Dame. I feel comfortable. It'd be real tight for them in Notre Dame. But in any Big 12 team, I would definitely feel comfortable in them coming out on a positive side. Ultimately, like I said, does he think he can get to a game where he can get a rematch with Georgia? I think the two best teams, Brandon, like you put the cards on Ohio State, even with Texas A&M out there, man, they show a little trepidation when they were down and they had to get Buford T. Justice, daggone state sheriff, whatnot, to come out there and start intimidating folks, man. I expect.
So where do you, if he goes, where do you put him?
I expect the Hookums to have the same cops there, but they're gonna be working for the Mannings this time, on Friday. But like, no, man, I think that's what Lane. I think Lane believes in his team, man. He will forego whatever LSU has right now, and be like, man, I can put he'll bet on himself and say I can put myself back in this position anyway. Hey, Brandon, don't he really want to go to Alabama? No. So it's based on what I'm saying, it's either stay at Ole Miss or, like I said, maybe another opportunity he can see himself. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's crazy that you think he's going to stay there. If he's going to stay there, John, this shit would have been announced a while back. He would have agreed to the new contract. It's not money. It's not money. Money's not the issue.
Okay.
They're offering him $13 million to stay at Ole Miss. Money is not the issue.
What's important? The championship?
It's a fucking program that's built on prestige and a name brand. Ole Miss ain't it.
You are this close to the championship. I put that, but
I don't want to put it this close. Your margin.
I'm talking about Ole Miss this year.
So if you lose, they say they win Friday. Lane leaves. They're number 7 now. Where will the committee put them the following week?
They won't fall no farther than 9th. No farther than 9th.
Do you think that's right for a committee to drop because of the head coach?
And then they'll make an excuse because say it was an unranked team, and then everybody else played ranked better teams, and that's why they. So Texas A&M beats, and I know they're a little bit ahead of the pack.
It's almost like the committee's giving themselves a little bit of an out to drop them where they need to, and they've raised Oregon to where if Ohio State or if somehow Indiana would lose, that would jump Oregon straight to the Big Ten championship game. And then there you could say, hey, they're all right because they're in the top 5 or whatever. I don't think they jump whoever loses the game in the Big Ten championship. Because we've talked about before is like, hey, should you be in and should you want to be in the conference championship? Should you not want to be? So we've talked that nature, but I think we'll see.
But if this be a Big Ten championship, you know what I'm saying? This is a Heisman showdown, ain't it? Between the quarterbacks, anyway.
I got a $30 bet on Mendoza. I got him at plus 800 way back beginning of the season for Heisman, so I need it. But do you know who's number 2 now in the Heisman voting based on odds?
I thought it was the homie from Ohio State.
It's not now. DraftKings has it as Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
Then I'd pinch me then, because I know that's not. That can't be, man. That just that there's he can't. He doesn't have enough. I think he's the one. He's probably the best player, definitely the best running back in college football. But I just didn't think he had enough yardage, and they didn't necessarily do enough early on in the season. He got a lot of touchdowns, though. My goodness, got a lot of touchdowns, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Use the offensive line, hit a hole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you need anybody, NFL scout, you need offensive line support, you definitely should be looking at Notre Dame's offensive line. If you need running back, next year you should definitely be looking at, you know what I'm saying, Love. But and he splits carries, you know what I'm saying, with another dynamic running back, man. So I'm glad he's in the room. That don't make me sound like I'm crazy.
You saw him on the skyline. They've got in Chicago. Love for Heisman.
Oh, for sure. So, you know,
Chicago faithful are loving it.
I don't know if he gets there though.
Oklahoma State's hired North Texas head coach Eric Morris as their new head coach. I loved that hire for Oklahoma State.
Texas Tech guy. He's a Texas Tech guy. I do believe played wide out for him in the early 2000s, something crazy like that. Roots in South Oklahoma, north of Texas.
There you go. If Ole Miss wants another lane train, once he leaves, they just go out and get Gundy.
Oh wow, Gundy! Stop it.
That's just a plug and play. Take him out of Oklahoma State, put him right into Ole Miss. That's a plug and play there. So, this one will get you fired up. I always have one article or one thing I find all week to get you pissed off and fired up.
I'm not getting fired up about anything.
The College Football Playoff Committee has extended their deadline to meet for expansion for next year. 16 was the format that they are debating to move to 16 teams from the 12. But now part of the expansion talk is increasing it to 24 teams.
Oh, no. That's just, no, man.
Now 24 is on the talk with the 16.
There's not 24 teams, man. There's nobody that can knock. Brandon, think about, we didn't went through the 12 teams, right?
Yep.
There's nobody behind them. Texas, I would like to see Texas game. They already played Ohio State. It's not going to happen. They played Georgia. That it's not going to happen. They're not ready to beat them. So like
USC's not ready.
No. So like the other, that would just be more football for nothing. You're proving nothing.
Schools are getting that money.
They're getting the money now. I don't know how that makes it, because you say that this is now a playoff game. That matters. I can't wrap my mind around.
I'm okay with 16. I'm not okay with 24.
Let's try to move up. Who's on the fringe right now? Vanderbilt. Put Vanderbilt in the same room with Indiana. Stop it. Put Vanderbilt. Okay. Pick somebody else. And just on the fringe, outside looking in. Is the Clemson's not ranked right now. If they are, they're probably like 23 or 24. Who is on Pitt? Put Pitt in the same room with Ohio State. Man, you think Notre Dame beat them bad? Come on, Brandon. You already know. And I'm not dissing Pitt, because they put up a wonderful game this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hopefully help. We didn't bet on that. We didn't call that game. But like, nah, man. I don't think some of the French, those other French teams, like, no, those are just say those. They want to say that those bowl games ain't gonna. Those bowl games matter, right? You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not with it, dude.
I'll go live. I'll go live Friday for Lane Train's announcement after the Egg Bowl, with reaction. But
I like the announcement of staying in the Ole Miss.
Well, Ole Miss fans are prepared, because somebody sent me just a few minutes ago, on the message board, somebody's already created a Lane Kiffin diss track.
They better stop, man.
Let me read this off to you. Tell me if you like it.
Tupac and Biggie? We didn't win Tupac and Biggie with Lane Train?
Yeah, they call you Lane Train, but you're missing the track. Kind of like pulling a jinx from a Pokemon pack. Speaking of a jinx, damn boy, your breath stinks. Could have had a statue. Now the world's back laughing at you. Finally found a place where you were picked, only to turn your back like Benedict. Kentucky, a game you should have won. Man, if we only had Quinshawn. Continuously called him out while you were the one we should have doubt. You love Twitter more than a win. Go on and sit and spin. Time to pack your sweater. Trinidaddy and Kiwan deserve much better. Giving up a championship run for a program that beat Western Kentucky by one. Enjoy Baton Rouge, you egotistical douche.
This fan really hurt. You see how Phantom really?
We got
You see how
hurting,
Phantom
man.
But them people on
The
SEC,
real that was sent to me by the real R.I.P. Harambe.
Man, the SEC Phantom is crazy, man. You got that in the end of the season, early part of the season, man. This lady said she won $1 billion, man. She would have the boards. She would buy all this contract, man. This is ridiculous, man.
Oh, they're going through it right now, man. Reggie wants me to put it to music and try to maybe I don't know how I would do it, but I can't do it, man. Lane Train's my boy. So I'll be interested. You think he stays? I think he leaves. That's a great product for this show because one of us is going to be right. So
should I stay or should I go?
Hey, do you know who? So I don't know if you know Clashy. I'm not even saying that. Casheye. So it's a market predictors app, kind of like sports betting, where you can go on and they got stuff on the market. They've got politics, you name it. Then you can, it's basically like sports betting wise. They have it on there for Lane Train, where he's going to go, who's the candidates, and it's tracked the markers all season long, right? Of candidates and stuff you can bet on.
Mm-hmm.
So he obviously was the favorite for LSU. He's a small favorite for, Florida if Eli Dirkowitz doesn't take it and go there. Go to Florida. Guess who? I got to bring it up because I was shocked when I saw. Let me find it real quick. I was really shocked when it said who would be the next head coach of Penn State because that was a market that they had open as well. Their top two candidates. And people can bet on this. Bob Chesney, which I've never even heard of Bob Chesney.
Ken Chesney.
I've heard of Kenny. Number 2 was Kalen DeBoer.
He gonna leave?
If they lose in the first round of the playoff, well, he might. Is he gonna get forced out if they lose in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, they have a meltdown.
That'd be 4 losses? Or would that just be 3? Because you said before the season they'd have 4. Guaranteed 4.
Hey, man, if they didn't score 55 points against Illinois, whoever, State, Evanston, whoever.
You still have a shot because if they lose the conference championship game, that's 3, and then they lose in the playoff, there's your 4.
I know.
So you can lose the national title and still get your 4 losses.
Alabama's going to have 4 losses.
Can you tell me how many wins Southern University has?
Currently?
Yep.
They're working on a revolution down there. They're working on a revolution.
In the conference. Over in the SWAC. Can't have it. I'm glad they fired the coach. I heard Reggie Sykes is on the committee to find this new coach.
Okay.
He might as well go get Prime because he's done in Colorado.
He's not done. You seen Shador? No, man, he's not done.
Southern University deserves so much more. So much more.
Hey, man, hey, man, you can say the same thing about Ball State football too, man. So,
well, they got a Division II coach out there. What did they expect?
It's gonna get. Hopefully, it gets better. Ball State is gonna get better.
Sounds like a true optimist there. All right, Jake. Let's go through Pick'em. Give me a second here to get it brought up. All right, college football Pick'em last week. John Birdsong went 4-4, so he's 64, 62, and 4. Tanner went 6-2. Hot week for Tanner at 69 wins, 7 losses. I went 5-3, 64, 62. 2 games back of John now for second, going into a big slate this week. So Tanner won't be joining us tonight, but he will be sending in his picks tomorrow. Reggie said Marshall Faulk. to be possibly the next coach at Southern.
He's not coming to Southern.
He's sending articles on the chat right now from yahoo.com.
He's not coming to Southern.
He laughed it off. I'm Reggie. He was the one laughing, not me. Just let it be known. First game, number 2, Indiana, 28.5-point favorites on the road at Purdue. Give me the Hoosiers in a rout. 28 is not enough. I'll give you even 35-40, and they still stomp them.
Man, Kirsten Eddy might go over there and bang that daggone drum. His damn self, man. Give me the Hoosiers.
IU dominates this game. Ball State at Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio, minus 17.5. JB.
The MAC runs through the Ohio schools, man. Give me Miami, Ohio.
I'm taking Miami as well because Ball State ain't showing me shit. They're already wrapped up. Season's over.
Oh,
so
no bowl game.
Zip it up. Number 10, Alabama, 5.5-point favorites on the road against Auburn in the Iron Bowl. John,
I like Alabama. I like Alabama. Hell, Auburn. You know, I get it. It's a rivalry game for the guys that play at these schools, man. But hell, they just fired their coach 2 weeks ago, man. They ain't winning. They're not winning this game, man. Give me Alabama.
you know, that's the thing. I thought about that myself, but also, like, this is their one way that they can ruin the season, right? End of the year,
Spoiler.
play hard, play spoiler for 1 week. I'm really concerned that spread's not higher than 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my concern is. But I've also seen it where with less than 2 minutes to go, Auburn's up 4 and they lose by 11 to Alabama, right? That it could turn so quick for them against Alabama. We've seen it. Was it last year or 2 years ago? So it just bothers me. It's only 5.5, and I know it's only Tuesday. We're doing our show, but these will be our picks. I'm going to take Alabama minus the 5.5 and get maybe a late touchdown to kind of seal it with like 1:10 to go, and then we're going to be holding our asses as Auburn's going to come down for a field goal to keep it within the number. So. Speaking of it, the Egg Bowl, number 6, Ole Miss, 7-point favorites at Mississippi State. I'm going to take Mississippi State.
Oh, man.
Yes.
He's not a believer. He's totally off the ship, y'all.
He's gone, man. And I think he tells his team before the game, and I think that's going to play a psyche, man, that these kids don't know. If they don't know, how can they focus on this game, a rivalry game against a Mississippi State team that's played really great football over the last 3 or 4 weeks? And if they win this game, they are going bowl game. They're going bowling.
They're going to bowl, and Ole Miss will be, you know what I'm saying, almost out of the playoff race for sure.
With no coach, like I'm going to take Mississippi State here to at least cover the 7. It's 7. No. It's not 6.5. Give me Mississippi State.
No, he got his team laser focused, man. Give me Ole Miss, man. It's all
number 4, Georgia, 13-point favorites on the road at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has just kind of hit a wall, John. Who do you like?
Give me Georgia Tech to cover, man. I think they want to go. They didn't look good. They did not look good, man. And our guy, King Haynes, I know I jacked up his name. He didn't look very kingly at all last time out. The offensive line couldn't hold anything. Nothing. So, but I think this is definitely a rivalry game. It's at their home. I think they can hold that. I think they can hold. I don't necessarily think they can win. So I think they can hold that cover. So give me Georgia Tech.
I'm going to take Georgia Tech as well. But I think they cover. I think Georgia wins, but Tech covers it. Georgia just does enough to win the ball game and to get themselves in that SEC champ. Well, they're already in the SEC championship, but they're more prepared for next week in the SEC title game. Right. If Bama or Texas A&M would lose. So for them, it's kind of staying in that top four of the playoff where you get that bye. And I think honestly, they can get that. They could have that bye for the college football playoff and not play in the SEC championship. And I think that's the best scenario for them. I think so. They just do enough to get by and get that bye week. So I'm going to take Georgia Tech to cover that spread there. Number 3, Texas A&M, 2.5-point favorites on the road at number 17, Texas. I like A&M to win this game. I'm going to take A&M to cover and win.
Yeah, my favorite game, man. This is probably the game that Decox kind of won. This would be the chaos game that we would want. They would want Texas to kind of win and kind of muck up the season for Texas A&M. I don't think Sark has a good enough running game to kind of compete with Texas A&M. I definitely think, you know what I'm saying, worlds about the quarterback. But he would need a lot more support to beat the juggernaut that even at home. You know what I'm saying? That is Texas A&M. Texas buzzsaw Arkansas last week, rightfully so. Arkansas was 0-6 at the time, 0-7 now in conference play, and they were dead last in defensive metrics going into playing Texas, man. So Sark just got out of the way, and like I said, let the offensive coordinator just kind of play with Arch Manning. You're playing with a different animal now. Because on the other side of the metrics is Texas A&M and their defense, man, and they're, like I said, they're tops in the SEC play and nationally. So the still personal pride kind of comes and goes this game, man. Against the Super Elites, though, Texas has not necessarily looked the part. I'm still gonna go with Texas A&M. Just because, like I said, I could be fancy and all I want. But you know what I'm saying, you have to kind of look at what you've seen on the field. Texas A&M looks like the more complete team, even with the you know what I'm saying, the step back in South Carolina. So no, give me Texas A&M.
Okay. Shout out, by the way, Tennessee came back and beat Houston tonight. So Cougars got beat. Number 7, Oregon, -7.5 at Washington.
Oregon gonna rule the West Coast, man, of the Big Ten, man. They know that's still a rivalry game, man. It might get a little laser light show, a little bit in the first half. I still like Oregon to crank out a victory and definitely cover that spread. So give me Oregon.
Same here. Number 9, Notre Dame, -32.5 at the Fighting Frank Wright and Andrew Luck's.
-32, man. Would he really do that to Andrew Luck? They gonna roll up another 60? Sure. Give me Notre Dame.
I'm gonna take the Irish to cover as well. I think they stomp them in this game. Frank Wright rolls out of college coaching this 1 year. So LSU Tigers at number 8, Oklahoma 10-point favorites.
Yeah, Oklahoma, man. They've turned their mashed potato season into some, you know what I'm saying, a fine baked potato, man. You know what I'm saying, making themselves in playoff contenders, man. So now, man, give me Oklahoma.
I'm gonna take the Sooners as well there. I think it's a nice win for them. They win by 13 to cover that game.
Yeah.
Number 14, Diego Pavia's Vanderbilt going to Rocky Top to take on Tennessee. Rivalry game, Tennessee -2.5, John.
He cannot get into a jaw jack. Well, no, he can, because this level of team is not Alabama.
Rocky Top faithful.
Yeah, so he can get a little bit of a jaw jack with team, man. Give me Mr. Vanderbilt to upset the Vols. Give me Mr. Vanderbilt to upset the Vols. So
how about Mama wearing the thigh highs riding the rail?
I don't need to see all that. I'm good on that.
Heisman pose. What's she doing?
That milk was spoiled.
You realize I think all the family quit their job because they said their son's making all these millions in NIL and stuff that they all quit their jobs just to follow him around.
They better invest.
I saw him hanging out with Theo Vaughn the other day.
Wow. Oh, okay. There you go.
So Theo Vaughn, I don't know if Dad's in the picture or not, but Theo Vaughn looked like he was on a date with Pavio's mom.
Ooh, hey man, don't start that.
I saw it online, allegedly. I'm going to take Tennessee. It's time for the showbiz to end. This is a rivalry. Tennessee wants to own the state. It's their home game. Heupel, you need this game. I think Tennessee, it's cute what Vanderbilt's done all the last 2 years. I'm all for them, but give me Tennessee Vols here to take care of business at home against a Vanderbilt squad. So, and then the final one, the big game, high noon on Saturday. Number 1, Ohio State, -10 at number 18, Michigan. The wide receivers are questionable. Tate and Jeremiah Smith
Everybody's
are
playing this
questionable
game,
to play.
man. Everybody's playing this game, man. Ohio State had guys out last 2 weeks, man. Michigan's had guys out the last 3 weeks, man. I haven't seen enough consistent level of play. I've seen some explosive play out of Underwood, but I haven't seen enough consistent level and confident enough level play for him to, even at home, for me to say that they can beat Ohio State. The tougher teams, oh man, Brandon, that's a tough ask, man. They haven't beat Ohio. They haven't beat Michigan in how many seasons? 4
5
years.
years. 1 year was COVID.
I think this is the year they get it done, man. Give me Ohio State.
Do they cover? That's what this is.
They will cover.
Okay, John's going to take Ohio State.
They will cover.
I go back and forth on this because it's been a while for Ohio State. Both of them have freshman quarterbacks in there, right? Jeremiah Smith, Tate, are they going to play? Are they not going to play? I thought you said, John, I think they play. Everybody thought, I mean, if we look back last year at Ohio State, Michigan was 21-point underdogs, and they went outright against Ohio State up there. I saw tears in Columbus. I saw people crying, calling for Ryan Day's firing. I saw all that.
Yes, that happened.
What can Underwood do as a freshman at home? I think, and I don't like the coach. I don't think I've been, I'm not a big fan of the coach there. I haven't been silent on that before in the past, but I think they can find a way to muck it up. I don't think they win the game, but I think they can keep it within the 10 because it opened up at 11. It fell to 9.5, and then now it went back up to 10 today. I just think there's a way Michigan can keep it close. But here's my thing, though, John, that I'm torn because the game plan that Ohio State had for last year was terrible. Their offensive game plan was terrible. They were soft. They were too easy. And the offensive coordinator's not there anymore. And you know who that was? It was the guy that got fired yesterday, Chip Kelly.
Correct.
So I think Ryan Day and them come into this game with a different mindset up there in Michigan. That they're going to try to do a whole different game plan than what is. I just don't trust that coach up there in Michigan who I don't want to see before the fucking game tears or halftime tears or anything like that. So I'm going to go with Ohio State as well. I think this is the year they finally get it done against Michigan up there, and Buckeyes then take that over number one, and you get Indiana, Ohio State for the Big Ten title next week here in Indianapolis, which
huge.
I can't wait to see if we get our credentials for it. So that'd be really huge.
Huge.
So that's our pick, John. We have a couple games. 1, 2. We had 2 games that were different on. So okay. Vanderbilt and Ohio Vanderbilt game and the Mississippi State Ole Miss game. Those are our 2 different ones. So we do have reserved the right to change our picks before the games start on Friday. We'll get Tanner's picks. We'll put them in here as soon as we get those from him, and then we'll upload them on the Facebook page and also on the Twitter account. You got anything NBA, John?
Oh man, I could probably go down a wormhole, man. Just again, RIP to Ronnie Rogers. Also RIP. I know we missed maybe a week. Lenny Wilkins, Coach Lenny Wilkins, Hall of Fame Coach Lenny Wilkins passed away from the NBA family. Just some of those things, man. I'm still got my eye on the NBA, man. Still early on in the season, man. The Pacers don't need to trade anybody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said keep losing, man, I guess, man. But like the Pacers don't need to trade anybody. There are some names kind of around the league, still floating around. Especially in Dallas and you know what I'm saying, with Anthony Davis. Name being bantered about. Trae Young name being bantered around as well in trade talks as well, man. So I think still all kind of early on some of these. Most all of this kind of like talk, but some of these names are going to come. These names, some of these teams, they're going to come. They'll be playing with different teams before February for sure.
By the way, I forgot to mention back to the Texas game against Texas A&M. In the last 10 games that Sark has been an underdog in, Texas is 2-8. So,
hey
even
man,
more reason.
before we get off here, man, we got to shout out to homie, man. He made it to he's always been a Hall of Famer to us, man. But the homie Brandon Brantley, Purdue assistant coach. He's the assistant head coach. I don't know what his super titles now that they got on some of these coaches, man. But like, man, got to the Indiana Hall of Fame, man. It was reported, kind of came out, man. We've shared it on the Crossroads Sports story, you know what I'm saying, social medias and all that, man. I haven't even talked to him. You was just on boots with the ground with him about a week ago, man. He probably already knew the Hall of Fame anyway then, but he said that means he can keep it secret, man. But like, no, shout out to the
another
coach,
Purdue Boilermaker with them, Jerron Cornell, the late Jerron Cornell.
Went into the Hall of Fame, well, I don't want to go down the whole list, man. But like, yeah, there's some notable names in this Hall of Fame class. Rick Fox, who played for Warsaw, Indiana, and for the Lakers and for the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? NBA team.
I just saw him in the news today. Besides that,
Rick
let me
Fox.
find it. Yeah.
He used
ex-NBA champion Rick Fox is going to run for legislative seat in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. He got some Bahamian lineage, too. He played for the Olympic team for the Bahamas 1 year.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, so shout out Brandon Brantley, Coach Brantley. Excited to see that for him. Well-deserved, and hopefully he won't get too big to not join our show, you know.
He's back on here, man. He's all good. He's like
he
family,
says he's
man.
ready to come back, man. We just got to make the phone call, the bat signal in.
I
told him about April 8th or so we'll get him on. So, let's see. What else do I got? The IU Hoosiers are playing right now. Kansas State. Purdue got some big wins last week against Texas Tech. They beat them by 30. Beat him by 30. Had an aggressive game the night before against Memphis.
Hey, man, beat him so bad, hurt my man JT Toppin's draft status, man. JT Toppin last year was a lottery pick.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
He took the money. He took the NIL money because there was some flexibility in like where he was gonna be as far as the first round was concerned, man. Like now they got that dude in like the bottom part of the first round, if not the second round, man. So man, that Purdue machine just put a thumping on teams, man. Once we get out of here, man, I'm gonna tap into daggone dog. I'm gonna tap into this IU game, man, because IU got to play somebody, man. Lindenwood beat Lindenwood.
Kansas State. They're up 20-9 on Kansas State early.
Oh, okay, well, I gotta see what they can hold the tide, but no pun intended. But like, nah, man, they beating the Lindenwoods of the world, and some little sisters of the world, part of the world is one thing, but like you gotta beat somebody. So we'll see what they got.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, did you got a seat for Bro at the table for Thanksgiving? Is he bringing all his nonsense to your table?
No, you know he's a puppet, man. He don't eat food. Crazy.
He got that gold chain though. Looked like I thought he took my gold chain for a minute. I had to check.
Yeah, he does have a gold chain, dude.
All right, Jonathan Birdsong, your top 3 this year's version. Top 3 Thanksgiving dishes.
Top 3: turkey, ham, and any.
Don't say collard greens.
I mean, they'd be on there, but macaroni for sure. Sweet potatoes for sure, all on there, touching one another. I don't mind. My food touched one another. It's okay.
I mean, it all goes to the same spots, so
but some people quirky talking about, I like my food. They gotta have the Chinese. It's cool. You gotta have the Chinese. This you know what I'm saying, this cut apart or whatever, man. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, just put the food on the plate. Let's go.
I also want to give a shout out. After Thanksgiving on Friday night here in Indianapolis, obviously we had the big tree lighting here on Friday night down at the Circle. We also have the boys IHSA state finals football games going on. Friday at 11 a.m. you got Pioneer against South Putnam. Pioneers looking for their 4th Class 1A title, first one since 2018. Putnam's chasing their 2nd crown ever. 3 o'clock, you got Fort Wayne Bishop Lures 9-5 against Cascade 14-0. Lures were last year's runner-up. Cascade is making their first game appearance in 2A or 3A, so good luck to them. And then the 5A, you got Merrillville versus New Pal. Merrillville's first game since 1976. And then last year's 4A champ, New Pal, they're on a 27-game winning streak right now. So we'll see how that happens. And then Saturday, got the 2A, Andrean versus Brownstown Central. Andrean's their third title game in 5 years. And then undefeated Brownstown Central making their first trip up here to Lucas Oil. The 4A at 3 o'clock is Dwinger versus Roncalli. Dwinger's only allowing 8 points a game this season. So they've got a hell of a defense. Roncalli beat them 3-0 to open the season. So they played each other. It was 3-0 in a high school game. When's the last time you see that? You never see like a 3-0 game. And then the big one. Yeah, and then the big one, 6A to end it on Saturday night. Westfield, shout out where I'm at. Westfield taking on Brownsburg. Last year, this was the same matchup last year, and they also played earlier this season with Brownsburg getting the win. So shout out, good luck to Westfield locally here. A little bit of ties for me. So we got state finals, man, and then we getting straight into high school basketball, and we'll have Jonathan Birdsong roaming those sidelines across the network. Yeah, man, and then we got Indy Classic, and hopefully the Big Ten Football Championship will be at a couple events here going into the new year. So.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't have too much else, Brandon. I know Butler took another.
Uh-oh.
Say
it again. You were getting cut out.
Nah, right now I know Butler took another. You know what I'm saying? They took another dub against Virginia.
Thanks, Reggie.
What did it say?
Congratulations on my promotion.
Oh, absolutely, man. Got to grab the homie, man. Making some more. He going to another tax bracket.
Worked hard for this, man. Worked hard for us. So looking forward to that. That don't start till January 5th. So we're going to round the year, finish the year off strong, hopefully.
Yeah, I know there's some small news in Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? Mets traded some folks, man. I know Kyle Schwarber talking about he want to end his career with the Reds. Did I hear that correctly?
I never heard that.
Okay.
That'd be news to me.
Uh-oh.
The Reds are Cubs.
Huh?
Reds are cut. Now you got me looking it up. My brain is turned off of.
Look it up, man. Look it up. I could be wrong. I could be misquoted. I might have the wrong player.
They could sign him. Reds rumors suggest signing instead of Schwarber. I mean, I'd take Schwarber to the Reds 100%. I don't think they do it because we don't sign anybody.
They need to do something. I'm just saying, man. But there's a little heat. There's a little talk there anyway. But like I said, you said you love it. See, I knew it.
Hey,
surprise.
Survivor Series. Finish up with Survivor Series.
Okay.
Reggie said, "Did you all ever say congrats to my Dodgers back to back?"
Man, they paid for a championship, Reg. It's paid for, man. They got an all-star team. They're not supposed to lose. Like if they lose, like somebody, like they might have to sell half of California back to, you know what I'm saying, the Indians. I don't know.
Shout out Chris Paul, retiring at the end of the year, so he'll be leaving. But WWE Survivor Series this weekend, War Games. Anytime you get any of the big four the week of, I like to go back and watch old Survivor Series or old Rumbles or whatnot.
Right.
I just got done watching the 88 Rumble, Survivor Series with Hogan's team against Andre's team, and Andre had some dudes on this team.
Right. With them, it's more than just like Brent, it's more than just the match though. The build up to the match is also is what's important, man. Especially with the drama when you talk about like the managers where it's Mr. Perfect talking about I'm gonna show up for you, Sam. You're gonna have the perfect answer for you. Or
Heenan slaps him.
Or Heenan slaps him, and that's the best part of Bobby Heenan. Sometimes he's, cowering. Sometimes he's, saying taking the lead position where he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not going to do it." And you're not
underrated match. Underrated match was Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels at 92 Survivor Series. That was champion versus champion for the WWE title. That was a very great match. That was the main event. Before that, the year before, you had the Undertaker and Hogan match, where Taker wins the title. You dropped me on my head, brother. Didn't drop him on his head. In that one, but yeah, a lot of good ones. I Quit match, Backlund and Hart, 94, 94, 95. I can't remember which year that one was, but yeah, I'm going back watching all the old ones. This Saturday coming up will be Survivor Series, good War Games matchup there. So
I'll probably tap into some, man. I'll probably hit you with a couple of Heenan clips though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I sent you and Tanner the one where he slapped Perfect in the face when Perfect said, "You know what, Savage? I'll be your partner."
That was ridiculous.
So cool. Well, I want to send everybody a happy Thanksgiving this week. But John, did you like the graphic?
I did, man. I've already shared it out. I'm probably gonna even share it even more in between.
It's gonna be the title of this podcast when it goes out too.
Yeah, in between now and Thanksgiving, man. I never thought I could see myself as a cartoon. It makes me look a little Dominican. Be honest with you, man. And I'm not, but like, no, it's all good. It's all good, man. It serves its genuine, heartfelt purpose, man. I also want to send everybody a happy Thanksgiving, man. I can't wait to start cooking. I can't wait to start eating. I can't wait to be around all the people that I love, and that's what.
Absolutely. So yeah, conversation continues on Facebook, on Twitter. Everybody stay safe. If you're deep frying a turkey like me, please do not overflow it. That way it starts
Drop it like it's hot. Drop
big
it like
old
it's
flames. Hot. So we'll see you guys on Sunday night for college football. The pre-review show. We'll review all the games from this weekend. And don't have to wait till then. Conversation will continue on Facebook and on Twitter this weekend as the games happen and stuff. I'm sure JB will have some great takes. And if we get the Lane Kiffin news, I'll go live. So, and I'll have JB pop in with me about 10, 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys then. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.